The Hellenistic period, spanning from the death of Alexander the Great in 323 BCE to the Roman conquest of Egypt in 30 BCE, was a transformative era in ancient history. It witnessed the remarkable expansion of Greek culture and influence across vast territories, resulting in a profound blending of Greek and Eastern civilizations. This period is characterized by significant cultural, political, and economic changes that left an indelible mark on the ancient world. The conquests of Alexander the Great. The Hellenistic period owes its genesis to the conquests of Alexander the Great, one of history's most illustrious military leaders. Born in 356 BCE in Pella, the ancient capital of Macedonia, Alexander was tutored by the philosopher Aristotle, who instilled in him a love for Greek culture and knowledge. Upon ascending to the throne of Macedonia in 336 BCE, following the assassination of his father, King Philip II, Alexander embarked on an ambitious campaign to conquer the Persian Empire. The early campaigns. Alexander's military genius was evident from his early campaigns. He quickly subdued the Greek city-states that had rebelled against Macedonian rule after Philip's death. In 334 BCE, he crossed the Hellespont into Asia Minor, marking the beginning of his campaign against Persia. The Battle of Granicus River, fought in the same year, was his first major victory against the Persian satraps, governors, of Asia Minor. The conquest of Persia. The conquest of Persia was a monumental achievement that showcased Alexander's strategic brilliance. In 333 BCE, he defeated the Persian king Darius III at the Battle of Issus. This victory opened the path to the heart of the Persian Empire. Alexander's subsequent capture of the Phoenician cities, including Tyre and Gaza, secured his control over the eastern Mediterranean coast. The decisive Battle of Gaugamela in 331 BCE was the turning point in Alexander's campaign. Despite being heavily outnumbered, his tactical acumen led to a resounding victory, and Darius III fled the battlefield. Alexander's forces entered Babylon, Susa, and Persepolis, the ceremonial capital of Persia, effectively ending Persian resistance. The destruction of Persepolis symbolized the fall of the Achaemenid Empire and the rise of Alexander's dominion. The Eastern campaigns. Alexander's ambitions extended beyond Persia. He ventured into the vast and diverse regions of Central Asia, including modern-day Afghanistan and Pakistan. The challenging terrain and fierce resistance from local tribes tested his army's resilience. The campaigns in Bactria and Sogdia were marked by guerrilla warfare, but Alexander's determination and adaptability ensured his success. One of the most audacious aspects of Alexander's conquests was his invasion of India. In 326 BCE, he crossed the formidable Hindu Kush mountains and encountered the armies of King Porus at the Battle of the Hydaspes River. The battle was hard-fought, but Alexander's tactical brilliance prevailed. Impressed by Porus' bravery, he reinstated him as a local ruler under Macedonian suzerainty. The legacy of Alexander's conquests. Alexander's conquests were not merely military triumphs, they had profound cultural and political implications. His empire stretched from Greece to Egypt and into the heart of Asia, encompassing diverse peoples and cultures. Alexander's policy of founding cities, many of which were named Alexandria, facilitated the spread of Greek culture and governance. These cities became centers of Hellenistic civilization, where Greek and Eastern traditions mingled. The spread of Greek culture. The conquests of Alexander the Great set the stage for the widespread dissemination of Greek culture, known as Hellenization. This process was characterized by the adoption and adaptation of Greek language, art, architecture, and philosophy by the diverse populations within Alexander's empire. The spread of Greek culture during the Hellenistic period was facilitated by various factors, including the establishment of Greek cities, the patronage of the arts, and the influence of Greek education. Greek cities and urbanization. Alexander's policy of founding cities was instrumental in spreading Greek culture. These cities, often strategically located, served as administrative and cultural hubs. Alexandria in Egypt, founded in 331 BCE, became the most famous and enduring of these cities. It boasted the Great Library and the Museum, attracting scholars, scientists, and philosophers from across the Hellenistic world. The cities established by Alexander and his successors were designed in the Greek style, with features such as agora, marketplaces, theaters, and gymnasiums. These urban centers facilitated the interaction between Greek settlers and local populations, leading to a cultural fusion. The Greek language, Koine Greek, became the lingua franca of the Hellenistic world, enabling communication and cultural exchange. Art and architecture. Hellenistic art and architecture reflected the blending of Greek and Eastern influences. The period saw the development of new artistic styles and techniques that emphasized realism, emotion, and dynamism. Sculptures from this era, such as the famous Laocoon and his sons and the winged victory of Samothrace, showcased intricate details and dramatic expressions. The architecture of the Hellenistic period also demonstrated a synthesis of Greek and Eastern elements. The city of Pergamon, in present-day Turkey, featured the impressive altar of Zeus, adorned with elaborate friezes depicting mythological scenes. The use of Corinthian columns and intricate decorative motifs became prevalent in Hellenistic architecture, exemplifying the fusion of artistic traditions. Philosophy and education. The spread of Greek culture during the Hellenistic period was closely linked to the dissemination of Greek philosophy and education. The philosophical schools of Athens, such as the academy founded by Plato and the Lyceum established by Aristotle, continued to attract students from across the Hellenistic world. These schools emphasized rational inquiry, ethics, and the pursuit of knowledge. Hellenistic philosophy saw the emergence of new schools of thought, including Stoicism and Epicureanism. Zeno of Citium founded the Stoic school, which advocated for virtue, self-control, and the acceptance of fate. Epicurus, on the other hand, emphasized the pursuit of pleasure and the avoidance of pain as the path to happiness. These philosophical ideas spread widely, influencing not only the Greek-speaking world but also Roman thought, the blending with Eastern civilizations. The Hellenistic period was marked by a profound blending of Greek and Eastern civilizations, resulting in a rich and diverse cultural landscape. This process of cultural fusion was facilitated by Alexander's conquests, which brought Greek settlers into contact with a wide array of cultures, including Persian, Egyptian, Indian, and Central Asian. The Seleucid Empire and Persia. One of the major successor states of Alexander's empire was the Seleucid Empire, founded by Seleucus I Nicator. The Seleucid rulers governed a vast territory that included much of the former Persian Empire. The administrative practices and court culture of the Seleucid Empire were heavily influenced by Persian traditions. The Seleucids adopted elements of Persian governance, such as the satrapal system, which allowed for regional autonomy under central authority. They also embraced Persian ceremonial customs and incorporated Persian nobility into their administration. The fusion of Greek and Persian cultures was evident in the art and architecture of the Seleucid period, which blended Greek motifs with Persian styles. Ptolemaic Egypt. Another significant Hellenistic kingdom was Ptolemaic Egypt, established by Ptolemy Isoter, one of Alexander's generals. The Ptolemies ruled Egypt for nearly 3 centuries, and their reign saw a unique blending of Greek and Egyptian cultures. Alexandria, the capital of Ptolemaic Egypt, became a cosmopolitan center of learning and culture. The Ptolemies adopted many aspects of Egyptian religion and administration. They presented themselves as pharaohs and participated in traditional Egyptian rituals. The fusion of Greek and Egyptian religious practices led to the development of new deities, such as Serapis, who combined attributes of Greek and Egyptian gods. The syncretism of religious beliefs was a hallmark of Ptolemaic Egypt. Hellenistic influence in India. Alexander's invasion of India and subsequent interactions with Indian rulers had a lasting impact on the region. The establishment of the Indo-Greek kingdoms, particularly in the northwest of the Indian subcontinent, facilitated cultural exchange between Greeks and Indians. Greek settlers brought with them their language, art, and administrative practices. One of the most notable examples of Hellenistic influence in India was the fusion of Greek and Indian art, known as Gandhara art. This artistic style, which flourished in the region of Gandhara, modern-day Pakistan and Afghanistan, combined Greek techniques with Indian themes. The depiction of the Buddha in human form, influenced by Greek sculptural styles, became a defining feature of Gandhara art. Central Asia and the Hellenistic legacy. The conquests of Alexander and the subsequent Hellenistic influence extended into Central Asia, where Greek culture interacted with local traditions. The establishment of Greek cities, such as Iconium on the banks of the Oxus River, facilitated cultural exchange. These cities served as melting pots of Greek, Persian, and Central Asian cultures. The Hellenistic legacy in Central Asia was evident in various aspects of life, including art, architecture, and governance. The fusion of Greek and local traditions resulted in unique cultural expressions that persisted long after the decline of Hellenistic rule. The spread of Greek culture into Central Asia also paved the way for the later spread of Buddhism along the Silk Road. The Hellenistic period was a transformative era that witnessed the remarkable expansion of Greek culture and influence across vast territories. The conquests of Alexander the Great set the stage for this cultural diffusion, as Greek settlers and rulers interacted with diverse populations in Persia, Egypt, India, and Central Asia. The blending of Greek and Eastern civilizations during this period resulted in a rich tapestry of cultural, artistic, and intellectual exchanges that left an enduring legacy on the ancient world. The enduring legacy of the Hellenistic period. The Hellenistic period's influence extended far beyond its chronological boundaries, shaping the subsequent cultural, intellectual, and political landscapes of the Mediterranean and Near Eastern worlds. The legacy of this period can be seen in various areas, including language, art, philosophy, science, and religion. The widespread use of Koine Greek as the common language of the Hellenistic world facilitated communication and cultural exchange. Koine Greek became the lingua franca of trade, governance, and scholarship, allowing for the dissemination of ideas and knowledge across vast distances. This linguistic unity helped to preserve and transmit Greek literature and thought, influencing subsequent generations. Hellenistic literature flourished in various genres, including poetry, drama, and historiography. The works of poets like Callimachus and Theocritus, known for their refined and innovative styles, set new literary standards. Historians such as Polybius and Diodorus Siculus chronicled the events of the Hellenistic world, providing valuable insights into the period's complexities and dynamics. The artistic achievements of the Hellenistic period continued to inspire and influence subsequent artistic traditions. The emphasis on realism, emotion, and movement in Hellenistic sculpture laid the groundwork for the artistic developments of the Roman period and beyond. The blending of Greek and Eastern artistic elements resulted in unique styles that enriched the artistic heritage of the ancient world. Hellenistic architecture, with its grandiose and elaborate designs, also left a lasting impact. The use of Corinthian columns, intricate friezes, and monumental structures became hallmarks of Hellenistic architectural style. These architectural innovations influenced Roman architecture and later periods, contributing to the development of architectural traditions in Europe and the Mediterranean. The philosophical and scientific advancements of the Hellenistic period had a profound and lasting influence on intellectual history. The philosophical schools established during this time, such as Stoicism and Epicureanism, continued to shape ethical and metaphysical thought in the Roman world and beyond. The emphasis on rational inquiry, ethics, and the pursuit of happiness remained central themes in philosophical discourse. Hellenistic science and mathematics also made significant contributions. Scholars such as Euclid, Archimedes, and Eratosthenes advanced knowledge in fields such as geometry, mechanics, and astronomy. The Library of Alexandria, one of the most famous institutions of the Hellenistic world, became a center for scholarly research and the preservation of knowledge. The scientific achievements of the Hellenistic period laid the foundations for later developments in science and technology. The Hellenistic period was characterized by religious syncretism, the blending and merging of different religious traditions. The interactions between Greek settlers and local populations led to the development of new religious practices and deities. The worship of Serapis in Ptolemaic Egypt, for example, combined aspects of Greek and Egyptian religious traditions, reflecting the syncretic nature of Hellenistic religion. The spread of Hellenistic culture also influenced the development of Judaism and early Christianity. Jewish communities in the Hellenistic world engaged with Greek culture, resulting in the translation of Hebrew scriptures into Greek, the Septuagint. Early Christian thought was also shaped by Hellenistic philosophy and language, contributing to the formulation of Christian theology and doctrine. The Hellenistic period was a dynamic and transformative era that witnessed the remarkable expansion of Greek culture and influence across a vast and diverse expanse. The conquests of Alexander the Great set in motion a process of cultural diffusion and exchange that profoundly shaped the ancient world. The blending of Greek and Eastern civilizations during this period resulted in a rich and diverse cultural landscape, characterized by artistic innovation, intellectual advancements, and religious syncretism. The legacy of the Hellenistic period continued to resonate through subsequent centuries, influencing the Roman Empire and the broader Mediterranean and Near Eastern worlds. The enduring impact of Hellenistic culture is evident in the language, art, philosophy, science, and religion of later periods. The Hellenistic period stands as a testament to the power of cultural exchange and the enduring influence of Greek civilization on the development of the ancient world.